When I've been in a Spidey mood lately, and we got some new plot details for Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, and this has been revealed by the producer, which I think it was Amy Pascal. As weird as she may be, she has some things to say about Spider-Man 4. So we got some goody news about our good old web crawler. Anyway, my name is Ronnie. Welcome back to the channel, and as always, thank you all so much for joining me here. And if you're new, just make sure you subscribe because it really helps out the channel a lot. Definitely subscribe. YouTube's not really helping me out when it comes to the algorithm. About 30% of you who are subscribed do watch my videos. But in case you were wondering, we do mainly Marvel news. Sometimes we'll cover some DC news as well here and there, as you've probably already seen. And if you're interested in all that stuff to know what's going on in the Marvel world, whether it be movies, comics, and shows and whatnot, this is the place to be at. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this. So Spider-Man 4 plot details for Tom Holland's Peter Parker revealed by producer. Conversations about Spider-Man 4 featuring Tom Holland as the MCU version of Peter Parker have been around as far back as 2019, 2 years before the release of the third movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. Since then, the project has taken shape and has officially been announced. So recently, producer Amy Pascal revealed by key storyline details from the movie in a new interview. Amy Pascal on what Spider-Man 4's plot will be about. So Pascal has been attached as a producer of multiple Marvel projects, no surprise there, including the previous movies led by Holland. During an interview with Pete Hammond on 4 Deadline's Behind the Lens series, the Challengers producer teased aspects of the Spider-Man 4 storyline. And during that interview, Hammond disclosed that after seeing No Way Home, he saw it was the perfect way to end the whole thing, jokingly adding that this was the reason he was not a producer. In a response, Pascal detailed how they intended to take the story forward. We have to deal with the fact that he decided he was going to give up being Peter Parker and he was going to focus on being Spider-Man because being Peter Parker was too hard, she explained. So that's what the movie is about. So Spider-Man 4 hasn't yet entered production, but this unofficial premise seems to indicate that it will, the plot will likely focus on ramifications of Peter's decision to remain absent from the lives of his friends and continue his superhero activities. Notably, Holland stated during an appearance on the Rich Roll podcast in October 24 that he and his co-star and real-life romantic partner Zendaya at times were bouncing around the living room while reading one iteration of the Spider-Man 4 script together. So Pascal also confirmed that Destin Daniel Cretton, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings would helm the movie. He is a wonderful director, Pascal said about Cretton, before stating that she loved several of his movies, including Shang-Chi. I think he did a wonderful job, the producer added. So there you have it. At least we know that we got a decent, solid director behind Spider-Man 4. And I hope at least Daniel Destin Cretton can actually pay respects to the character of Spider-Man. And maybe we can see some things like, I don't know, more city web swinging when it comes to that, because we got very little of that. And I think the director of the previous movie stated that it was boring or it was just awful to see that. And he was just talking about how CGI is better when it comes to doing that rather than doing practical effects. I'm only paraphrasing, so don't quote me saying that the previous director, what was his name, that directed the previous Spider-Man movies, and I'm drawing a blank right now. But what he said was just way out of touch when he was talking about how the swinging and everything was just boring or it was not practical or whatever. Or it's it's an essential part of Spider-Man's character, and that's swinging. And I hope to see more of that in the new Spider-Man movies. And I hope that this is not a multiversal film like the rumors were suggesting, because the last thing we need is another Spider-Man multiversal film. I think No Way Home was the perfect way to conclude that trilogy, that storyline as far as that goes. And it was perfect to end it there with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man appearing in those movies as well. And the amount of time that they spent on screen in that movie was perfect as well. It wasn't overdone, it wasn't overwhelming either, but it was nice to see them there. I just hope that this is a solo Spider-Man movie where it's smaller in a way, it's more personable, and it's more street level rather than a grandiose, bigger than life kind of movie featuring one amazing character, no pun intended, but still, you know what I'm saying, you get me, right? But anyway, yeah, that's really interesting. I'm not sure about the whole Peter Parker is too hard. I think just being a teenager or just being a young adult in this case, because he'd probably be already an adult by the time we see Spider-Man 4. I think just being an adult in general in life is kind of hard in general. But like everything else, like there's always a balance to everything. I mean, look at me. I work a full-time job, and I'm married, and I make videos like this for my YouTube channel at least once or twice a week. And when I say once or twice a week, like I record a bunch of my videos and I schedule them out through the week. So I think there's a balance to everything. It's just knowing how to manage your time when it comes to that. But anyway, you let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications. Y'all don't miss anything. It truly, really, really helps me if you do subscribe, so we can get my videos out there and YouTube algorithm can push them out. And as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next comic panel.